So I have my fuel tank here. It's properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts or bolts. No welds or repairs. No major holes. No leaks. Okay. So I have my metal straps here. Metal straps are properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts or bolts. Alright, I have a rubber seal here in between my metal straps. It's there to avoid metal to metal contact. There's no, they're properly mounted and secure as well. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Okay. So I'm coming here to, right, so there's my fuel hose. Properly mounted and secure on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. No leaks. Okay, fuel line. So my fuel lines, they're properly mounted and secure on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. No exposed wires. Okay, my fuel cap. Fuel cap is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's a safety chain inside. It's properly mounted and secure on both ends. It's not cracked, bent, or broken with no missing links. And there's a rubber seal in between. It's properly mounted and secure and no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Okay. Optionally, I can cover my exhaust system on this side. It's properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, no welds or repairs, no rust, and no major holes. And if anything, there's no carbon soot leaks. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to cover the driver's side.
Made it sounds very easy.
All right, so before I jump to my door, before I jump to my steps, I want to cover this side marker light. Side marker light. It's properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, bent, or broken with no missing nuts or bolts. What color is this?
Amber.
Amber in color. All right, this is going to function as my turn signal, four-way flasher, marker light, and running light. Okay, so I'm coming here to my door. So my door is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, no major holes, welds, or repairs. Okay, door handle, properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. Properly opens and closes. Alright? So, door latch. You saw that it functions. Properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. Okay, inside here I have my door hinges. Door hinges are properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. I have a weather strip going all along the opening of the door. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It's properly mounted, secure as well. Before I move on, I don't want to forget about my side mirror bracket and my mirrors. They're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. The mirrors themselves are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly mounted, secure as well. They're clean, clear, and set to the driver's view. We come down here to the steps. Steps are properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. All right, no foreign trash or debris to cause slipping. Okay. And of course, I don't want to get this confused with Section B. Coupling, I want everyone to say it. Coupling is its own thing.
Coupling is our thing.
Okay. Coming down to the frame. Okay, so the frame, the truck frame, properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. No major holes, welds, or repairs. I have my catwalk and steps here, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. So underneath here, I have actually, before I cover the drive shaft, before I forget, I have my cross members underneath here. So I have my cross members 1, 2, and 3, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, no major holes, welds, or repairs. Okay, so now I want to cover my drive shaft. Drive shaft is properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. I have no foreign trash or debris. My U-joints. So don't get those confused with your U-bolts on your suspension. These are your U-joints. I have 1, 2, technically 3. They're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, no foreign trash or debris, properly lubricated. Then I have a splash guard here. properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts or bolts, no missing clamps. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my suspension, brakes, and tires. So I'll start with suspension. I have my leaf spring mounts, front and back, properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken with no missing nuts or bolts. Okay, my leaf springs, I can see they're properly mounted and secure on both ends. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, none are missing, none are shifting, none are scissoring. Holding them down in the middle are the U-bolts. U-bolts are properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, none are missing, both are present and tight. Okay, so moving on to my brake system here. I have my brake hoses. My brake hoses, they're properly mounted and secure on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. No leaks, no audible leaks. Okay, I have my brake chamber. Brake chamber is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts and no missing clamps. Again, no audible leaks. Okay. Okay, so I have my slack adjuster and push rod. They're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, no missing carter keys or carter pins. Then move on to my brake shoe. Brake shoe is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. I have no less than 1/4 inch of padlock material remaining. And okay, this is my brake shoe, brake drum. Brake drum is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, no welds or repairs, no oil, grease, or debris. Moving on to my inner rim, my outer rim, my inner rim, and my outer rim. Properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no welds or repairs. I have my inner tire wall, outer tire wall, inner tire wall, outer tire wall. Properly mounted, secure, and properly seated to the rims. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, no leaks. I have my butt space here. I have proper butt spacing between both tires. I have no daylight or gap, no foreign trash or debris. Coming here to the tire faces. They're properly mounted, secure. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, no leaks. And of course, I want to make sure I have no less than 2 seconds of tread depth remaining. These are retreadable, regroovable, recapable, not recrappable. We'll come down here to the outer rim. And again, these are going to be your lug nuts. So it's going to be the outer ring. Your lug nuts are the outer ring. They're properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. Technically, they're not missing, all present or tight. No rust streaks, no shiny metal. So this is an axle seal. The axle seal is properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts, and no leaks, built to the proper manufacturer specs. I got valve stem caps for both tires, one and I can't make out the second one. But anyhow, you want to make sure that they're both properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing caps, no leaks. And make sure you're at the proper manufacturer specs. You check that with tire air gauges. So moving on to the mud flat bracket. Mud flat bracket, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. Okay, my DOT tape. It's proper color, red and white. How much percentage will that cover at the end? The mud flat. Mud flat, properly mounted, secure. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And it's no more than 8 inches off the ground. Okay, so my tail lights, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no missing nuts or bolts. Okay, so these are going to function, they're of the proper color, red, white, and these are going to function as your turn signal, 4-way flash, marker lights, and brake light. The white portion of the light is going to function as your reverse. Right? Yeah. As far as the DOT tape, that's the only thing I'm kind of iffy about. But yeah, that would be section B.